Do, do, do. Oh, there I go. Now I'm all live. I'm live. Yes, I'm live. It's my heart beating. Ah, welcome everybody. I just had my Cairo. Feeling a little bit. She poked me a bit, so a little bit pokey today. But yeah, welcome everybody. In a good mood, which is good. Got a bunch of stuff to do, and I'm in the laundry room. Yes, I am, but that's okay. Ah, what is this? Just there's a lot going on, and I feel like people really have to start focusing more on the positive. There are people that are trying to, I don't know. There's a lot of evil people in the world. Like they really, and you got it's like you don't want to give them power, but sometimes, and the thing is, they come across very nice, very polite, very kind, kind of thing. Yet they have their own insecurities, and their goal is to dismantle you in some way, right? And I've had that happen like loads of times in my life. Like many people try to dismantle me in many different ways. I've had it when I owned my own shop. I've had it when I was out there, doing readings and stuff at markets and things like that. And it's a lot of times it's like people's insecurities and instabilities. They could have some kind of issues mentally within, and they have a ulterior motive with everything. I'm just looking at my neck. Ugh, sorry. An ulterior motive with what they are wanting to do. And this is where it's so important. And this is why I've been talking and telling people protect yourself, do the spiritual light. Make sure you're protecting yourself. I just saged, and brought in that protection because like I'm feeling really good, but there's something I feel that is ominous that really wants to knock me over, not make me um want to go forward. What's that drain? And the thing is that we have some really beautiful energy right now. And this energy, I called it, like cracking open the geode. I don't know if you've ever seen a geode before it's open. Um, I don't know if I'd be able to spot one, honestly, because it looks like just a rock, right? And then you cut the rock in half and it's this beautiful sparklies are everywhere, right? And it's amazing. It's a hidden gem, right? It's having that hidden gem. And you're the hidden gem. You know, you're the hidden gem with all the sparklies, right? And you got to allow yourself to be the sparkly. You got to allow yourself to be that, and allow yourself to be out there and not to be afraid of what if, right? And not putting your fears into the future of like, oh my god, there's, this could happen and that could happen. The thing is, like even when I talk to preppers, they're not afraid of the future because they're prepared, they're ready. It's just like, no, no, we protect ourselves, we know what we're doing. When things happen, it's like, yeah, we're not worried about it. We're not worried about all the rhetoric. We're not worried about all of that, right? We know about it, but we're not going down the rabbit hole about like, we've done the rabbit hole searches, right? And so this is with anything. It's like coming in and protecting and not doing something silly, right? And going out and doing things that are silly and trying to, this is why I don't go to horror movies. I just don't. I don't watch horror movies. I don't have horror movies on in my house. I know a lot of people get off on that and they're like, "Ooh, but you get scared," and it's like, and I'm like, no, I'm not opening that door. I don't want to open that door. I don't need any more of that chaos. I mean, if you've done any of your research, especially on the things that have happened on sets where some of these people have done these movies, it's crazy. It's crazy. Even when you go into like when actors take on a certain role, right? Like Dexter. Dexter's one. I'm just like, what? Like, yeah, he is acting, but there's a subconscious energy that comes in with all of that, right? And how does that play on your psyche? So with different roles that you play, especially if you play them over a long period of time, right? Joker's another one in Batman, right? We've seen the sort of crazy things that happen to people after they play the Joker. And because you're embodying this evil, you're embodying it, you're playing it, you're embracing it. And the answer is why? Why do you want to embody and embrace all of that evil? What is the point? And a lot of people say, well, it's power, it's this and it's that. And it's like, oh, okay. But is that the type of power you want to carry on in your world? And when I was looking at, of course, the cosmic energy, and looking at this cosmic energy today, it's like, yeah, there's some really cool energies that are coming in. There really is. There's a lot of um there's a lot of oppositions, right? There's a square over to Mercury, yes, but there's this, the sun in Leo, the expressions, right? I don't watch any movies or anything like that have any horrible things to them. Yeah, it does, and it breaks it in. But some people like they love to read the books, they love to embrace all of that, and the answer is like, why do you want to bring in more? Because the more you like, even talking about it gives it power, right? So we have the sun, and and we have Mercury retrograde there. So this is fire. So we're talking boldly, thinking theoretically, and probably oversharing on social media. But hey, that's the vibe, right now. But we have this moon, and it's just going to be going into Capricorn, right? And it's fiery, quick-witted, it's truth, it's hungry, right? And it's subtle, and it's pressure to release old narratives, but it's to be aware of the illusions or the misinformation sneaking in, and questioning some of the information that's coming in. I was watching this young gentleman. He broke his back a few weeks ago, and a very bad break. He was on his skateboard and just in his own front yard, and slipped, and it looked like, and he fell. Quite excruciating pain, but he seems to be healed right now. I am question. I mean, he is a Christian. He's a radical. I don't want to say he's radical, but he is a born again Christian. That in that energy, he does music and things like that. So, as being a person of faith, but I still question. I don't call it a miracle. I know he's calling it a miracle. There's a lot of tests before actually saying something is a miracle. That's just, you know, um, I don't know. There's just, anyways, but he's fine now. He's a family man. He has kids and everything else. His song is going to, it's being played on, it's just not on the gospel, but it's coming over into the pop music, which is quite cool. I mean, it's a positive energy, it's a positive information. Anyways, that's what I'm saying. But I mean, he comes across very loving, very kind, and positive vibe. I'll leave it at that. But there is this, what where you want to focus. What is that energy you want to bring in when it comes to your feed, and what do you want to come into your, whether it's your TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, things like that. What are the things that you are wanting to bring forth more into your feed? And I'm very particular on the things that come into my feed. Some things I'm just like, no, I don't feel like watching that. I don't feel like watching, you know, um, old men telling stupid jokes and shit like that. I'm just like, fuck that. I don't need that type of energy. I want to bring in something positive. I want to bring something that's illuminating, and wanting to bring in something that makes me laugh and brings a little giggle and a smile to my face, things like that. That's the things that I feel we have to really focus on, because that's the vibration you want to start putting out. And the more you put out, the more you're going to get back. We do have, and with that Mars opposite Saturn retro and Neptune, this is this is the opposition. This is, crossing the Virgo Aries, emphasizing conflict between action and idealism. And we're going to see that being played within our world or reality in our dreams. This isn't just go for it, it's pause, consult the blueprint, ask questions, consult others. Don't just go out and do things radically and think this is the way I got to do this. This is like really being soulful in what you're doing, right? And this is that you need others for the idea to take root. So we have this Libra Mars incoming today. We'll want balance, beauty, negotiation. And Saturn and Pisces can't hold structure the way Capricorn did. It's a different kind of discipline now, one shaped by faith, not control, right? And that's the whole thing. Like the Capricorn energy that we've had for so many years, for 18, is like fall into line, do it this way. And now it's like, well, I don't want to fall into that line. It doesn't feel right for me. I'm out here, I'm wanting to explore, I'm wanting to connect, and I'm wanting to question. And this is where the fire and the activation come in. The ideas, the spark, the fast, it comes in very quickly. The journaling, the dancing, the brainstorming. So don't overthink things. Move with move the energy. Mars is finally, with Virgo that wants to fix everything. Finish the tasks you've been avoiding. Set up the structure for a new season. What is that new season you want to set up for? Right? Let's complete it. Let's get it done. And the Saturn Neptune opposition, feel that push and pull. What's real versus what's dreamy? Get out and go for a walk. Get out and connect with your area that you live in. That's important too, right? Don't just sit inside your house. Get out and get yourself moving. Don't just sit there. So that's part of it. And this Mars that's coming into Libra, don't go it alone. Like, take the dog for a walk, call a girlfriend, call a boyfriend, call a friend, meet up for coffee, meet up somewhere, go into and say, hey, let's grab a coffee and go sit in the park. Awesome. So don't go it alone. Seek collaboration, learn to ask and to balance. When we have the Sun and Mercury in Leo, this is shine, share, and speak. But also watch the ego versus the authenticity game, right? So be aware. Like, don't just spew off because you can spew off. There's going to be a lot of people spewing off. Gather the herbs, sing the songs, double check your compass. This is the sacredness. This is the dream and the discipline that's unfolding. And this is coming in within the self and the collective. People are starting to speak, people are starting to spew off. And this is where it's like, I've listened to a few people and they're very careful with their words and how they are coming across, because they do have an important message that needs to be told. The message may not be wanting to be heard, but the message needs to be told. And so they're using and they're choosing their words wisely. They're not coming across aggressive. They're not coming across like assholes. And that's very important, because you want to come across with peace and love, and to create a gathering, to create with people, and not to um, be radical and be overly aggressive. We're going to find the people that are being overly aggressive and radical, it's going to bite them. It's going to bite them. And those who are wanting to hang on to some kind of control or try to manipulate people, it's not going to be a good thing for them. It's not. It's going to hurt them in some kind or some way in their life. And it's this is not what I want for people. I want harmony, I want peace, and I want to bring that harmony and peace in it. And the energies are there to work with, right? but it's the road that you want to take. What does that road look like, and what is that you want to implement within that road? So today, take some time, look at what you need to finish up on, right? Because Mercury's retrograde, time to finish up on things. I'm almost done my September booklet, and I'll be working on my October, November, and into February. I know into December, all the way to February booklets, and getting them done. I'm excited about it. I have my little outlines. I got everything. I'm such a keener. Yes, I'm a keener with this, and creating these series. And this is what I really want to create more of and promote, so that we can work and collaborate with this beautiful energy, so we can expand and we can explore more of what we can do in a positive way into this world, in a world that's going to get really, really crazy, because we have a lunar eclipse that's going to be in Pisces. We have a solar eclipse that's in a Virgo, and we have two new moons in Virgo. This is crazy. And we're coming up to the Aquarius full moon. Whoa, what activation. Oh, this full moon that's coming in, this is where it's and I love it because Leo King said it rightly. It's like we have the king and the queen, which is the sun and the moon, arguing and having the dispute and everything else. And they're not even realizing there's a huge, great party and this radical music and greatness that's coming in, and all this fun stuff that's happening. And these connections with cosmic beings are coming forth. Yet they'd rather sit and argue. They'd rather not pay attention to this energy that's coming forward. It isn't till the end that they're just like, "Whoa, what are we doing? We have to reevaluate. We have to relook at what's happening in our lives and how we can reconnect." You know, so allow yourself that, and take note, because this full moon is not going to be an easy one, right? It's not going to be one that's like, "Ooh, let me go bathe underneath the moon." This moon is like, "Whoa, we are going to be crazy. We are going to, you know, be angry." I don't want to deal with that kind of thing. And everybody's at the party. Big party, could be a rave. Having a blast. Having a blast. And then the people who've organized, or the king and the queen that are there, are just being assholes. you know? And everybody's like, "I don't know what their problem is. This is a great time. This is good food. This is good music. This is a good company. I love it." Right? And that's what we got to look at. So, yeah. So this week we're coming into, it's Tuesday. We're coming into some really cray cray kind of energy. So we need to embrace ourselves, protect ourselves, connect with that, what we need to connect, collaborate with the people that we need to collaborate with. I have some new collaborations that are coming in, and once, yeah, I'm pretty excited about them as well. So, and it's with a really long term friend that I've had for, God, 15 years. When I think of how long I've known some people, it's just like, really? It's been that long? It's crazy. So, anyways, go out, enjoy the day. I'm going to go take my dog for a little walk around the block. Right now, I'm probably going to film some stuff because I'm quite amazed at what they did across the street by me. And I want to take a look at the one, um, the net zero home. I want to take a look at what they've been doing at the net zero home. I'm just a little snoopy little neighbor that wants to know what's going on. Anyways, have a blessed one. And if you're wanting a moon reading, get a hold of me and I can get you a moon reading. They're $50 and I'll send it to your inbox. God bless and the goddess bless you. Bye bye. See you later.